Thanks a lot for doing this, Jeanine.
Oh, thank you for having me, Rick.
Uh, you know, um, I'm curious as an actress. Obviously, doing voice work's different than live action stuff where you're getting to play against actors, you're getting to react to how they're doing. Just how is that experience for you of basically it's you and you have a limited amount of feedback to what's going on?
Yeah, I got really lucky with this gig because Skydance Animation and Apple TV Plus, everybody, the producers, the writers, our showrunner, Bob Scanaway, they're just such pros and they've all been in the game for so long that I actually had wonderful scene partners. They just weren't actors in the series. And they just like really helped me get all these comedy bits that I wanted for her so desperately, of her enthusiasm like bubbling over and of her mouth running as fast as her ideas are occurring to her. And they were so encouraging in that way. And we spent so much time just like giggling in the booth and because it's such a long process, a lot of those ideas that came on early on, the little bits we were starting to create or nicknames we would give to characters and I would refer to someone and then that would end up in the series. So it's just been really fun. The collaboration on this kind of thing by nature of how long it takes to make is really wonderful.
Well, how did they describe the show to you? Because if you haven't read the book, it's a very distinctive approach. The world view is very different. The characters are really different. How did they explain to you this is what the show is about? This is what your character's about?
Yeah, I had a meeting early on and they pretty much said to me like we want this to be essentially on camera level acting. Like we don't want this to be sweetened up or tempered down in any way. Like we really want to raise the bar and we want this to be quality storytelling. That's what young people are going to respond to. And that felt like such a fun challenge to step into to go, okay, I only have my voice as my tool and I want it to feel so honest and as if it's coming straight out of the mouth of a energetic 16-year-old. So the acting challenge off the top, it uh just being so excited about what everybody was setting out to do in terms of raising the bar was wonderful. It was yeah, it was like a dream gig.
Well, it's interesting too because you're playing a character who doesn't have experience with humans, really with anybody other than a
Yeah.
robot, and you have to sort of give that impression without being too far one way or the other, being extremely giddy and goofy and awkward.
Yeah.
Um, so did it take a little while for you to kind of dial that in where you felt like, okay, this is the groove, this is where I need to be?
Yeah, of course, they would be so loving and if we started a session then they would say, so we're just gonna play for you a little bit from our last session, just so you could hear this one little line here to help me sort of match what we were starting to settle on. And it was so helpful off the top and being honest to what her 16-year-old sound would be. And then it is a full trilogy. And so throughout the series, as it progresses, she matures so much and she doesn't feel I wanted her to feel close to me in terms of tone. Some of the previous animation I've geeked out about really disguising my voice, but this felt like the opportunity to bring myself to it. Uh and I'm so glad I made that choice because man, we have such a journey ahead for her. So she ends up sounding much closer to where my natural register lies because she just goes through such a journey.
Well, let me wrap it up with this. When you got a chance to see it for the first time, was there any
Yeah.
moments where you thought, "Oh, that wasn't really what I was expecting at all," or "That's a pleasant
Oh my God.
surprise"?
Oh my God, yeah. It was like truly emotional watching the first bits of it because yeah, it's not often that you are, pitched like we're trying to do this next level thing. We're trying to move the medium of animation ahead and I just couldn't believe what they came up with. It's like visually just unbelievable and it was emotional watching the trailer for the first time and then seeing her and seeing her like her resilience on her face, like the nuance of the performance that the animators captured. It was really inspiring to me. So I hope it'll be inspiring to young viewers to watch her.
Well, congratulations with this. It was a lot of fun to watch, and good luck with it.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.